Hi, my name is Mike. I'm a physical therapy assistant here at Dynamic Physical Therapy. I'm here today to talk to you about myofascial release and Graston Technique, which are two different techniques that I use on a daily basis to help people get relief of pain and different soft tissue symptoms. Typically, people come in for myofascial release or Graston Technique due to injuries of soft tissue work. Posture related is a big thing that we see a lot of. Car accidents could be anything, any injury that they've sustained soft tissue-wise, muscular-wise. So your fascial tissue is like a spider web through our body that kind of controls us and holds us in place, holds your muscles where they're supposed to be, holds your veins, your arteries, everything in place where it's supposed to be. Sometimes that binds up and gets stuck, so we use those two techniques to help release that tension and help get a better movement. With Graston Technique, there's 6 different medical instruments. So with those instruments, we go through and with the tissue, we kind of work through the tissue, looking for different spots of redness. As your body identifies where it is tight, it identifies it with red. So we can see as technicians of what we can work on and work through. If we continue working through, we'll get some petechiae showing. Petechiae is that breaking of blood vessels. Typically at that point, I don't want to continue to push into it. We can continue on, but it'll actually cause more pain and usually more injuries in that sense. So usually with petechiae is typically where we end up stopping. Myofascial release is a technique used with your hands. So think of that same fascial tissue. That fascial tissue gets bind up. Think of like 2 pieces of paper that rub together. If the paper is smooth, they'll rub right next to each other without touching. If the paper's crumpled up, it'll catch and drag. So we use a hands connection. It's a cross-handed release. You put your hands on the person, very light touch, and you're kind of stretching apart. You feel the myofascial stretch, kind of like, we kind of explain it as like taffy being pulled apart. That's kind of the feeling that you feel with myofascial release. So when you come into dynamic physical therapy for any of these techniques or any of these treatments, we spend the extra time and effort to get you these treatments specifically for that benefit. So if you're looking for any of these treatments, feel free to give us a call or come on in.